sabi natin
Yes.
dyan, hanggat hindi pinakikialaman ng Korte Suprema yung pinag-aawayan dyan sa Senado, o kung hindi naman, hanggat hindi sila mismo mga senador ay nagkakaisa at lampasan nila ang buwisit sa isa't isa, lampasan nila ang pagkapartidista nila, ay hindi ho talaga matitigil yung bangayan dyan. At yung magiging resulta niyan ay ang mawawalan ay ang sambayanang Pilipino, sapagkat yung trabaho nila hindi nila ginagawa. Yung mga kailangang batas na ipasa, hindi nila mapagdebatihan kasi nga nag-aaway-aaway sila. Hindi sila magkasundo-sundo. O yan ang ating sinasabi sa unang paragraph ng ating article. Tuloy mo.
Ayan. Ito na. The bone of contention of the Senate hullabaloo is simple enough, which is what constitutes a quorum in electing the officers of the Senate. It is quite amusing to hear and read opinions expressed by various legal minds on what the Constitution says about what constitutes a quorum with respect to electing the officers of the Senate. They are reading the same constitutional provisions and the rules of the Senate, and even that of the oft-quoted citation of the aforementioned case of Avellino versus Cuenco in support of their legal opinions, yet they come out with different results. Those supporting the action taken by the Gatchalian Group point to the Supreme Court ruling in the Avellino case, which...
Teka muna. Ito muna dyan. Ang sinasabi po natin, nakakaaliw. At the same time, nakayayamot na makinig ka, mabasa mo ang mga pagsusuri, mga komentaryo ng iba't ibang mga abogado, mga justices pa yan, mga dekano pa di umano yan. Pero, iisa lang naman ang binabasa ng mga yan. Pati ng inyong lingkod. Iisa lang. Iisa lang naman ang salingang mata. Iisa lang naman yung particular na provision ang pinagbabasehan ng mga opinion nila. Pati yung rules of the Senate, iisa rin. Pati yung kasong palagi nilang sinasite, yung Avellino versus Cuenco, iisa rin. Pero, pagpapakinggan mo sila, iba ang resulta. Hindi ko maintindihan kung bakit hindi nila makita yung simpleng lingwahe ng saligang batas. O, tuloy mo na. Ano bang grupo gustong ihayag yung kanilang posisyon?
Ito po, attorney. Those supporting the action taken by the Gatchalian Group point to the Supreme Court ruling in the Avellino case, which allegedly reduced the constitutionally required number of 13 senators to constitute a quorum to only 12 senators. They argue that the Supreme Court ruled that since in the Avellino case, the factual situation was that one senator was abroad at the time of the voting of the Senate officers and therefore not under the coercive jurisdiction of the court, then the basis for determining the quorum would be the 23 senators who are able to vote. Hence, the majority of 23 senators to constitute a quorum is only 12 senators. The proffered argumentation is flawed and the invocation of the Avellino versus Cuenco case is wrong.
Wow, tingin-tingin ka na dyan.
Yes.
Yan ang mga sumusuporta dun sa sinasabi nilang ang dapat na bilang ng boboto sa mga opisyalis ng Senado ay palagi nilang tinutukoy yung Avellino versus Cuenco. Sapagkat doon daw sa kasong yan, pwede daw yung 12. Ibig sabihin, hindi na 13. Kasi sa ngayon doon daw sa desisyon na yun, yung tinuturo nila yung desisyon, dahil daw wala yung isang senador nasa abroad at yung isa naman ay nasa ospital. Yung sa ospital daw pwedeng bilangin. Pero yung nasa abroad, hindi. Kasi daw, hindi naman daw mapapatawag yon o mapaparesto kasi nasa labas ng bansa. Since wala raw sa coercive jurisdiction, yung threshold na 13 bababa daw yun kasi hindi na magiging 24. Minus 1 na kasi nasa abroad. Kaya 23 na lang. Kaya dapat daw, yung 12. Yun daw ang sabi yun daw ang sabi ng Avellino versus Cuenco. Mamaya na natin sabihin kung bakit maling-mali ang basa ninyo dyan sa lingwahe ng saligang batas. At mali din ang basa ninyo doon sa Avellino versus Cuenco. O, ituloy mo na kung bakit mali sila.
Yes, Attorney Sal. The language of the Constitution is simple, unequivocal, and crystal clear that leaves no room for interpretation beyond the meaning of the ordinary words as used by the Constitution. The pertinent provision of Section 16, Article 6 of the Constitution reads, "The Senate shall elect its President and the House of Representatives Speaker by a majority vote of all of its respective members." The phrase "by a majority vote of all its members" means exactly what it clearly implies. There are 24 members of the Philippine Senate, hence, the simple majority to constitute a quorum is 12 senators plus 1 or 13 senators. Attorney Sal.
Sige, tuloy.
Tuloy,
Tuloy pa.
okay. The fact that Senator Bato has made himself scarce and Senator Jinggoy Estrada is incarcerated does not remove them from the equation in getting the majority number required for a quorum. They remain senators and part of the 24 senators referred to by the Constitution. The circumstance that they may not be able to attend the Senate sessions is not a justification to exclude them in determining the quorum required in electing the Senate officers. And continued, there is nothing in the Constitution that says that the majority of all the members would be reduced if any senator is absent in the session for whatever reason. Such reduction is constitutionally infirm as it violates the clear language as well as the spirit of the Constitution. Any inclusion of an extraneous circumstance which is not explicitly mentioned in the Constitution is an unsanctioned and unlawful amendment thereto.
Okay. Ito ang sinasabi natin. Kung bakit mali ang basa ng mga kumakampi o sinusuportahan ang posisyon ng grupo ng Gatchalian. Kasi gaya ng sinabi na natin, malinaw ang lingwahe, ang mga kataga o mga salita na nakatakda o nakasulat dyan sa saligang batas. Alam po ninyo, sa larangan ng batas, in the field of law, merong mga prinsipyo kung paano mo babasahin ang isang batas. Sinasabi na kung klaro, maliwanag, ordinaryo ang ginamit na lingwahe, yun ang i-apply mo, yun ang gamitin mo. Huwag ka na maglagay ng kung ano-ano pa. Huwag mo nang baguhin ang meaning. Gagawin mo lang yon kung malabo ang lingwaheng ginamit. Kung itong katagang ginamit, word or salita, is subject to many interpretations. Kaya kinakailangan, hanapin mo, suriin mo yung naging debate sa deliberation sa pagguhit ng saligang batas. Kung ano ba talaga ang intensyon. Hahanapin mo kayo ng intensyon. Ano ba talagang ibig sabihin itong katagang ito? Batay dun sa mga diskusyon nila. Yun ang regla. Pag maliwanag, simple, huwag ka nang mag-interpret, huwag ka nang kung ano pang gagawin mo. So tingnan po natin ngayon. Maliwanag ba ang nakalagay sa saligang batas? Napakaliwanag ang sinasabi doon. Para ihalal mo ang presidente ng Senado, kailangan kunin mo ang mayoriya ng 24. Kasi ng Senado, ilan ba ang miyembro ng Senado? 24. So, ilan ba ang mayoriya nun? Pwede ang mayoriya nun, i-divide mo by 2. Hahatiin mo para makuha mo yung mas nakalalamang na bilang. So, pag dinivide mo by 2 yun, di magiging 12-12. Para masira mo yung pagkatabla nilang dalawa, kukuha ka ngayon ng isang boto. So magiging 13. Yun ang majority tinatawag. Yun ang tinatawag na may quorum ka. Pwede ka nang maghalal. Ang problema, binabago ho nila. Ginagamit nila yung dun sa Abilino versus Cuenco na since sabi ro ng Korte Suprema doon, wala yung isa, nasa abroad, wala sa under coercive jurisdiction. Bakit daw sinasabi nilang wala sa coercive jurisdiction? Kasi ang regla ho dyan sa Senado, pag absent ka, kahit nandiyan ka sa loob ng Senado, pero wala ka doon sa session, pwede kang ipatawag. Kung ayaw mo, paparesto ka para magkaroon ng quorum doon. Since hindi naman daw nila pwedeng patawagin yung nasa abroad. Kaya, ibababa natin yung threshold. Gagawin na lang natin ng 23. Kaya, ang majority doon, magiging 12. Yun ang sinasabi nila.
Ayan.
Kaya ginagamit nila ngayon yun. Lalong-lalo na dahil wala daw si Bato. Pero nandito si Bato. Dahil wala naman silang sinasabing nasa abroad eh. Wala namang ebidensya na lumipad. Nasa Pilipinas pa. Sinasabi nila, nakakulong naman si ano. Pero hindi naman sa Pilipinas. So hindi mag-a-apply yung sinasabi lang, wala tayong coercive jurisdiction. Pero ituloy mo.
Yes, attorney. The citation of the Avellino case in support of the theory that 12 senators constitute a quorum is grossly erroneous and laced with political partisan agenda. The voting on the question of quorum was evenly divided. 4 justices said that 12 senators are constitutionally permissible if a senator is outside of the country and beyond the reach of the Senate to compel attendance, while the other 4 justices ruled that 13 senators are required to constitute a quorum as mandated by the Constitution. There is therefore no definitive ruling on that legal issue, hence inappropriate to apply it in the present Senate deadlock. Quoted hereunder is a portion of the decision in the Avellino versus Cuenco case penned by the late Justice Manuel Vicente Moran, which should be illuminating. The situation now in this court is this. There are 4 members who believe there was no quorum in respondent's election as against 4 other members who believe that there was such quorum. 2 members declined to render their opinion on the matter because of their refusal to assume jurisdiction, and 1 member is absent from the Philippines. Thus, the question of whether or not the respondent has been legally elected is, to say the least, doubtful in this court under the present conditions. This doubt, which taints the validity of all the laws, resolutions, and other measures that the Cuenco Group has passed and may pass in the future, can easily be dispelled by them by convening a session wherein 13 senators are present and by reiterating therein all that has been previously done by them. This is a suggestion coming from a humble citizen who is watching with a happy heart the movements of this gallant group of prominent leaders campaigning for a clean and honest government in this dear country of ours.
Okay, ganito yan. Bakit mali ang invocation ng paggamit ng Abilino versus Cuenco? Kasi sinasabi nila, yun ang sabi ng Abilino versus Cuenco. Pwede 12. Ang problema sa inyo, hindi nyo binabasa ng gusto. Napapagkamalan ninyo kasi yung decision ho doon, 6 justices in favor of dismissing the petition of certiorari. 6, 4 ang hindi. 1 ang absent. Kaya abstain. Ano ba yung 6? Hindi, yung 6 na boto, yun ang napagkakamalan nila, Carlo. Hindi yon desisyon na pwede ang 12. Yung 6 na boto, yun ang desisyon na hindi sila makikialam doon sa botohan sa paghalal ng presidente. Kasi sinasabi ng 6, wala tayong jurisdiction dyan. Kaya dismiss na lang natin to. Yung 4 sabi, hindi, meron tayong jurisdiction dyan dahil nagkakagulo sila pwede tayong pumasok. Yun ang decision 642 to dismiss because Kaya tinawag na landmark yan kasi tungkol yan sa political question. Pag political question, hindi sila makikialam. Madalit sabi, ahayaan nila yung nagkakaaway-away internal ninyo yan, hindi kami makikialam dyan. Hindi ho yun ang desisyon na pinag-uusapan yung quorum. Ano ho ba ang nangyari doon sa quorum na pinag-uusapan? Ito. 4 ho. Yung doon sa 6, hindi ba yung 6, pinadidismiss, wala silang jurisdiction. Pero yung 4, tinalakay nila kasi yung 2 doon, ayaw nilang talakay. Sabi niya, ba't pa namin tatalakay ng quorum? Wala kang jurisdiction eh. Pero yung 4, hindi, tatalakayan natin yan. Ang sabi ng 4 doon sa 6, kailangan 12. Kasi wala yung isa nasa Amerika, yung isa may sakit. Pero okay lang yung may sakit dahil na may jurisdiction pa yung Senado ron, may coercive jurisdiction. Pero yung nasa labas ng bansa, since wala siya, ay di ang bilang mo ngayon, 23 na senador na lamang. Sabi ho nung 4. Kaya, pwede yung 12 na quorum. Hindi na 13. Kasi hindi na 24, hindi na nila binilang yung nasa abroad. Yun ho ang desisyon ng 4 dun sa 6. Pero yung 4 sa kabila, na sinasabi nga, may jurisdiction tayo, maliban pa dun sa may jurisdiction, ang 4 o ang hukuman, tinalakay din yun nila ang quorum. Sabi nila, hindi, mali yan. Maliwanag naman ng saligang batas, 12 ang, 24 ang senador. Kaya ang majority, 13 ang quorum.